and welcome to another exciting episode of our special program, Heaven's Kitchen. Hello, welcome to another exciting episode of Heaven's Kitchen. Today we have a very beautiful lady with us today. Her name is Stephanie. She's a food tech teacher. She has a lot of passion for food like I do, and so we clicked the first time we met. So welcome, Stephanie. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, TK. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Right.
So today we have lots of things. We're going to cook a nice meal. I'll just leave Stephanie to do the introduction.
Right, okay. I believe this is some cream here. And we have flour. Yeah. We have a spice here. We have some spice here.
Pepper.
It's pepper,
Yes,
okay?
it's black pepper.
All right, black pepper.
Yeah.
And what we've got in here, it's quite
seasoning.
yellow. It's chicken seasoning.
Yes.
It is. Okay.
Seasoning.
And of course some cheese.
Yes.
Chicken.
Chicken, of course. Chicken seasoning chicken.
And we have our cauliflower, which is really healthy.
Yes.
So, I'm looking at all these ingredients. And we have a leek here as well. Let me think. No, could you tell me actually, what are we cooking?
Okay, so today we're going to have chicken and leek pasta bake. So that's chicken and leek with some pasta, and then we're going to bake it.
Sorry, TK. We've got pasta and we've got
Pastry.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds a little stodgy for me. Does that all actually work?
Yes, it does.
It does?
You would see at the end.
Okay.
I'm sure you would take it up as one of your new
Sounds
cuisines.
like, yeah. It sounds like comfort food anyway.
It is comfort food.
So that's
It is comfort food for me.
Yeah, there's something I can just sit down in front of the TV and just find a lot of comfort in. But the pasta and the pastry, I'm not sure if you're going to have to convince me about that one.
So sit back and relax, and we'll be right back after this short break. So welcome back. So the first thing we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to saute our chicken. So just going to pop some drizzle of olive oil, and yeah, I'm just going to put it. My hands are clean, so I'm just going to marinate the chicken a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So can you pass me the chicken seasoning, the pepper? I think that's basically it.
Right.
So I'm going to put some chicken seasoning and some pepper, just as you like it. Basically, I think a teaspoon of it, depending on the amount. This is just about half pound of chicken breasts, which you're going to cut into cubes or into any size you want. But the chunkier what do you say about chicken being chunky?
Well, yeah, I noticed that they're quite chunky actually, but I think that's interesting because that's actually going into the pie, and you're going to actually cook it into the sauce.
Yes.
Yeah? So if you're cooking the chicken into the sauce, are you going to fully cook the chicken? Or?
No, because it's going to have to go into the oven. So the last part of the cooking will be done in the oven.
Right.
So you want to poach it a bit, just a little.
All right.
Give it the flavor and everything, and then.
That's perfect. So with the poaching, it makes the chicken really nice and keeps it nice and juicy and tender.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So yeah. So there we go. We've marinated the chicken breasts, and then it's on. So we're just gonna that's it. Right. Yeah. So the heat is just coming on, and that's the perfect time to just pop in the chicken, and then. Yep, there it goes, sizzles away. So just little.
That smells lovely.
Already, I know.
Yeah.
Chicken seasoning is something else.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's really nice.
Yeah,
so that's it. Just turn it up a bit, and allow it to. Before we finish up, can you just help me cut up the garlic? Because at this point, the garlic has to go because we want the garlic. Everything, the flavor. Garlic is so strong and it's beautiful. It's very, very flavorful. We're gonna have garlic. We're gonna have leek today. They're all in the same family.
Yeah, that's right. They're bulb vegetables.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, of course, leek is in the onion family, and what they both have is some excellent nutrient properties. So they have a lot of antioxidants, which help protect the body's. Yeah, it helps.
I didn't know that.
It helps to protect the body, keeps the integrity of the organs and tissues.
Wow.
Yeah. So and it's lots of vitamins and minerals. So it's a powerhouse of
really powerhouse. I like that word.
Nutrient boosting.
Wow, we're going to learn a lot from just open your ears. If you need to get paper and pen to write down, get your paper and your pen and start writing down. We're going. I am already learning a lot from her. So yeah, while the chicken is just being
I've minced the garlic for you.
Okay, so just help me pop it in and then help me lightly fry it. Yeah, you can use your hands to pop it in. And we're just going to go ahead and put some of the pasta in. And we're going to use some little fusilli, just a little pasta, just to give the sauce a bit of weight. So it's not like cooking pasta like when you're properly eating pasta. Just some few. Like, what would I call it?
Oh, I understand now. So you're just using it sort of to create some sort of body to the dish.
Good, that's the word. That is exactly.
You're bringing some sort of body to the dish.
So good. Okay. I told you, she's a food lover like me. I'm telling you, we've been talking about food since she came on set. I am really, really happy to have her. Yeah, so it's just going to give the dish some sort of body. So it's not like we're cooking with pasta. So just grab some parboiled water and pop it.
Do you need some salt for that, TK?
Yeah, ordinarily, yes. You should boil your pasta with salted water. But today I'm going to skip the salt because it's going to be in the saute and there's already chicken seasoning and other forms to give flavor to it. So it's going to be popped in.
Good idea.
So I don't want, as I say, I try to reduce the amount of salt that I put in dishes.
Super.
So as much as possible, yes, exactly. As much as possible, I will skip the salt if I can. So yeah, so our chicken is baking, it's cooking on. Once it turns like lightly brown on both sides, we're going to pop in the other stuff.
Right, TK, so you're going to use a leek. Here,
yes,
you're going to add the leek. So should I cut, do you want the actual root? Should
No, I just want the green part. So if you start from here, you start cutting wherever you stop.
Okay.
If you start from here,
yeah, so you want me to get rid of the root?
Not really. Don't get rid of it. Don't get rid of it because I'm going to use it later.
All right. Are you going to use it in a stock or something?
Yes. I will use it to make another dish, probably at home or something. But no part of leek should be wasted.
Okay. Super.
Yeah. So like I said earlier, I'm not going to allow the chicken to really cook because I need it to complete the cooking in the oven. So just going to pop some little water at that point so that it stops over frying. And then the next thing I'm going to do is to pop some, this is some cheese sauce mix. She called it flour the other time. I said, okay, that's what she thought it was.
It looks a bit like flour.
It looks like flour, so I don't blame you.
It looks like so it's flavored flour then?
Yes, so it's a cheese sauce mix. It's going to help to bind the mixture together. You know, we're creating a saute like a cream thingy that we're gonna, so that's what we're gonna use to feel, and then we're gonna cover it up with the
pasta. So this is giving you your white sauce. It's sort of like a roux sauce.
Yes, exactly. It's giving the roux. That's the word.
Yeah, flavored with some cheese.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's really nice. You can smell the cheese already. It's really nice. So it thickens the water almost immediately. You want the sauce you're creating to be nice and juicy. Yeah. Not hard and not too thick, because you want, when you're eating, it's going to be there's a pastry cover on it, so it's going to have this the pastry, which is a bit harder, but when you cut up into it, you have the yummy and soft.
Yeah, wonderful. So it won't make the pastry soggy?
No, so it won't make the pastry soggy because the pastry is going to be on top.
Right, okay.
So when you cut into the pastry, you have the lovely, so it's already cooking away.
It looks really succulent there.
Yeah. Right. It's really nice.
And you've got cauliflower as well.
So I'm going to pop the cauliflower right now. If you just pop them in.
All right.
For me. Yep. So when you're cooking this, because the vegetables have gone into it, the smell, you can see, it's already coming out. Once you've popped your cauliflower, because it's a vegetable, you do well to reduce the heat. This is some thyme, just some seasoning into the thyme sauce. Yeah, because it's a what I call a melange of flavors. Yeah. So a bit of everything is good.
Okay.
like you always say, less is better. So I'm just going to use only 2 spices. I just used only thyme, and this is just mixed spice, which is a mixture of thyme and other ingredients. Now I'm going to put a bit of white cooking wine. Like I say, you could always get this in any of your grocery. Yes, please. You could always get this in any of your grocery stores. It adds a lot of beautiful flavor to your cooking. And if you're going to use white wine, then you might as well reduce the amount of water you're going to put, because it's some sort of liquid to your sauce. You understand?
That smells awesome. So you've got cheese, you've got white wine,
you've got chicken
and
flavor,
you've got the chicken stock,
and
you've got a vegetable looking really creamy at the same time. Yeah, awesome.
That's exactly what that cheese thing is supposed to achieve. So yeah, that's it. It's cooking away, and like I said, it should be on low heat so that the vegetables don't overcook, and also so that your chicken, like you said, remains soft.
And succulent.
Yes, it's going to complete its cooking when it gets into the oven. So yeah, that's basically it. When we come back, then we put all the other ingredients, get it ready, set it, put it in the oven, and then voila, we have our meal. We'll be right back after this break.
Have you heard about the wonder of Salad Master? Salad Master is a health and nutrition cookware that helps you enjoy a healthier lifestyle, guarantees a better look, eliminates fats and oil, and maximizes nutrition in food. Salad Master cookware is made from 316 Thai titanium surgical stainless steel, the highest grade of steel. It retains on average 93% of nutrition in meals, thereby boosting one's immune system and curbing lifestyle diseases like cancer, high blood pressure and diabetes. With Salad Master cookware, you can fry your meats without oil, cook vegetables without water, de-starch and defat your food for maximum weight loss or weight management. Can you put a price on your health? Hurry now! Salad Master now available at your doorstep.
So I've just actually put in about 2 tablespoons of cream.
Cream, yeah.
So I'll just put that like that.
Yeah, you have to put all of it because it's already creamy. You know, the cheese sauce mix, it gives the cream and everything. So that's why
I'm telling TK,
it's nice.
This is absolutely the aroma. It's savory, tangy.
It's beautiful.
I can smell the cheese coming through. There's the thyme and there's the rosemary, and
everything
all being infused into that chicken and injected into the chicken. And
I like
also,
the way you're saying it, infused and injected.
I've not always been a fan of cauliflower, but I might change my mind on this occasion.
I know you are going to change your mind. So after this, I think the next thing to do is to sieve the pasta.
Right. Okay.
It's got into the al dente.
Okay. Can I just put this over here? Thank you.
Over here.
Right.
And then just sieve it. Yeah, exactly. So we don't want sieve it as much as possible so that not much water gets into it.
Okay. So
sieve all the pasta in. Now while you're at that, I'm just going to grate the cheese, which is going to be the last thing we're going to use, like to, put on top of the. I know your eyes are on this cheese.
Oh yeah, that.
You don't like cheese as much as I do. I think we have to find out who likes cheese more.
I think that the cheese has actually got some competition here. I'm actually looking at that kitchen bling.
Look at what you're doing.
I'm looking at that kitchen bling. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that machine's awesome.
I know. It just does all the work for you. You see, you grate cheese in less than 30 seconds. It's so beautiful. It makes all the work easy. You can use it to grate your apples, your cheese. You don't need to buy grated cheese in the grocery stores. Just go and it gives you exactly perfect grated cheese without nothing.
Awesome.
The last thing that goes in is the lick. So while that is the sauce is ready and we're ready to spoon it in, and then we have our pastry.
Can I just
short course pastry?
Okay. Can I just say something really important here when it comes to pasta is that once the pasta's actually cooked, it's very important to quickly add it to the sauce so the sauce can actually coat the pasta and add more flavor to the pasta.
That's it.
Superb.
So talking about the pastry, you have to make your pastry and allow it to rest a bit for 30 minutes or so, at least minimum 30 minutes. I did my own overnight, so it's had it's had its fill, it's had its rest over the night, just like me. So there's something you were saying about gluten and all that. Why do we have to leave pastry to
Well, if you're making
rest?
if you're going to use it the same day, okay, what it is, you would have to make sure that you sort of have it chill for about 30 minutes.
Okay.
And the reason being is so it can relax the gluten. What happens is, it's just with flour, particularly strong flour, it contains this protein called gluten.
Okay.
So that gluten in the flour creates that sort of stretchy dough, what you find in bread and pasta bread
those ones that have been over-kneaded.
pastas, yeah. So you can have that stretch. But in this, on this occasion, because you're doing short crust pastries,
Yes.
We don't want the gluten to be sort of
Stretch.
stretched or overworked,
Yeah.
because you're making a short crumb.
Yes, exactly.
You know, a short crumb pastry.
Yeah.
So what you do, when you actually sort of chill it in the fridge for about 30 minutes, you allow for the gluten to relax. So therefore, you're not overworking or anything like that. And it makes it sort of more pliable and easier to actually roll out.
Yeah, I've just rolled it out. It has to be flat, you know. So we are ready. Everything is ready. We need to pop this into the oven right away. So I'm just going to grab this. Sorry, if you don't mind.
Should I pass it to
Yes,
you? Thank
please. Just pop them here.
Right.
Don't worry. They're
Okay.
safe here. The Paris dishes, so they can
Yeah.
withstand any type of heat.
Absolutely.
So
I'm looking at this now. I'm looking at
Perfect.
the green, and I'm looking at the yellow, and I'm
Yeah.
looking at the cream.
Yes. That's
Super.
why so everything is the same color. If you notice, it's creamy and nice. The only thing that has a color here is the lick.
Yeah.
That's why it has to be put in last, because once you put in the lick, that's it. You have to spoon it into your oven dish, or I'm using some Pyrex dishes because I'm going to use a non-conventional oven, which is like a halogen. It's called a halogen oven. The halogen oven is very, very essential. It's for a quick it's quick dish, quick meal. It's so easy to use. You don't need to preheat it. That's the good thing about it. So it doesn't need to be preheated. You just put it on and it just starts working, and it's faster than a normal oven. So spoon, I'm just going to spoon this like I've just done, and then cover it up with the pastry. And then, if you could help me just do that.
Certainly. Can I just ask you something, TK? I noticed that you put the leeks in last. Is there any particular reason for that?
Yeah, because I don't want them to overcook, like I said. And then, health-wise, we found out that many vegetables, when they're overcooked, they like sort of scatter.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want it to be, you know, the exactly the way it is, compact, still okay, and have that bit of crunch, even when the
So
pasta
it's al dente. You
yes,
wanting the vegetables to be al dente.
Yes, exactly. I'm
Super.
wanting the lick because it's actually the only colorful thing, and that's why I had to tell you to help me cut it up in oval shapes,
Right.
so that it comes out really nice. So by the time we're done with this
pastry
bake, you find out that if you could take it out from the heat.
Okay.
It's drying
Is it
up.
still on?
Yeah.
Okay. Super.
Yeah. So
Okay.
spoon everything out, and then we'll just cover it up. So
I'll
that's
just
exactly
tilt
what
to
I'm.
get the soup.
Yes.
I
so
think I'll take a piece of this pasta.
No, she's been craving.
Cook's perk.
She's been craving. So we just quickly cover it up. That's what we're going to do. I'm just going to take a table knife. I've rolled it out. I'm going to take a table knife, cover it up. Now, there's a trick to doing this.
Awesome.
When you cover your pastry dish, you leave some space. You can leave some space on it, so that when the pasta when it cooks, when the sauce cooks, and the pastry the pastry doesn't go, like sink in. So you can cover and leave some space, or give some space for the
Should I do
for
the
the
other
pastry.
one for you?
No, I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll do it myself. So we just do this, and that's it. And then what you will help me to do is to do this. It's to sprinkle cheese. Please make sure you don't eat it all.
Right, okay.
Because I know you've been eyeing this
Right,
cheese.
yeah. That's amazing. You tell me not to eat cheese.
Yeah, that's what we do in my place. You give a goat yam and tell the goat not to eat the yam. That's so impossible.
It's like telling me not to think of a pink elephant. I'm going to think of a pink elephant, right? Okay.
It's like next to impossible for a goat not to eat the yam, and you just give the goat yam to take care of. So yeah, that's what you're going to do. While you're doing that, I'm rolling the second one, and both of them are going to go into the oven at the same time, and maximum 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah, your cauliflower leek pasta bake is done. It's so easy. The halogen oven just makes life so easy, so quick. Like she said, because the gluten has relaxed, it's so easy to roll this pastry just roll it into any shape. It doesn't necessarily have to be this shape. You have to roll into the shape of the container you're using. So the pastry, the pie dish you're using. So if you're using the pie dish that has ribbed edges, you just roll it into circle, square, depending on the shape. And it just comes off very, very easily.
I just had a little taste of the cheese.
I know you're going to do that. I knew you were going to do that, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
So that's it. Yeah, you just roll it, cut it up.
I'll just wash my hands quickly.
Shape it. And then, yeah, that's it. Just roll it. So when it's cooked, the cheese is going to get all melted. So we're just going to pop up the oven very, very quickly, put it on. So I'm just going to use the cake, pop it on. It's on. It just goes on. There are no questions asked. Just put it on, put your stuff in it. Basic, goes in perfectly, and that's it.
It's very clean.
I know.
Does it get really brown or anything?
Yeah, it washes itself up. You notice the lights, that's the halogen lights. That's what's going to do the cooking. It heats up, it cooks conventionally, it cooks round the whole part of the pie dish together. So we popped it on for 11 minutes and we'll be right back after the short break and tell you how it
Can't
looks.
wait.
I know. Okay, so welcome, and we have our pasta bake, baking away in the halogen oven. Like I said, it's so beautiful. If you look in here, you can find out that the top, the crust is already brown. So the cheese, see, it's beautiful. I think we're just going to open it up. It's so nice. See the cheese? It's cooking.
It's absolutely lovely, sort of nice, golden, crispy topping.
And I think you talk about the pouring away.
Yeah, so obviously you've got some of the sauce coming away and everything,
yeah.
but it's absolutely beautiful. And I suppose because most of it was cooked already, so I mean, what you were really cooking was just the top of it, really, the pastry. Am I correct?
Yeah, it was just the top.
Yeah.
It was just the pastry that was cooking, not the food, because everything, like you said, was already cooked. That's why we had to sort of pre-cook the pasta, the chicken, and stuff. So. Yes, we are good to go. We're just going to pop out one of them.
How long did it actually, approximately, did it take for you to cook?
15 minutes. 15 minutes.
And that's what happens in that oven?
Yes, that's what happens in this oven. In a conventional oven, you probably have to put it for 20-25 minutes, or depending on how brown you want the crust, the top of the crust to look like. So always remember, with a halogen oven, it's faster, it consumes less energy than a conventional oven, but obviously if you're cooking for a big family, you can't get the big pie dish into the conventional oven. So this is just like for a family of 2, 3, or just because we're cooking on our own. But it's the same method. Everything is the same with a conventional oven, just that the pasta bake has to stay a bit longer in the oven for a conventional oven. So about 20-25 minutes if you're using a bigger a bigger pie dish to make your pasta bake. So I'm just going to serve you.
Who knew?
Who knew? No, technology is helping us. Oh, you should know, you're a food tech teacher, so you are the ones helping us.
We're not yet gone onto those ovens, but I'm sure it's coming.
Yeah, you can bring them up, teach your children
good idea.
about this. You see that crisp?
You can
hear
I hope
the
the camera's hearing the sound. Nice crisp crunch.
I like to see this. Yes, please. And then it's a swap.
Oops.
I know, the mistakes always happen. Okay. Oh, Lord. Yeah. So it just comes out, the crunch is there. You notice the chicken is now cooked, but I'm going to give you a bit more chicken because I think all the chicken went to this way. Chicken is well cooked, but it will still be moist because of that creamy cheese sauce. I'll just clean up that in a bit if you could grab me some.
Yeah.
Thank you. So yeah, that's it. That's your chicken leek pasta bake. It's very, very, very quick to make, and I can tell you it's absolutely tasty. Not because I cooked it, but because I know it's absolutely tasty.
Well, because you cooked it, and because I'll tell you about the taste.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's it. You just that's the fork.
Okay.
I'm gonna taste it after.
Right, we can break into this. Okay, can you hear that?
Crunchy.
So I'll chase the topping. A bit of the topping, a bit of the pastry.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when you're making your pastry, you could just make it the way you want it. Put any flavor you want. I put some curry in the pastry, knowing fully well that I was going to make a pie dish with it. So it also infuses into it. You know, the short crust pastry is not just a regular short crust pastry, it's a traditional one I made in the house. So I put some curry, some salt, and that's it. You need to use normal flour, the plain flour. You don't use the self-raising flour because those are for cakes and scones. You don't need it to rise. So yeah, the normal plain flour, some curry, it gives the coloring, it gives the flavor, some salt, and that's it. You have your short crust pastry, some vegetable shortening, and some water. You mix it till it gets cold. So what's the verdict like?
It's very sort of clean flavors here.
Yeah.
You know, and you've got a bit of heat kicking in
Yeah,
a little
with
bit,
the pepper.
a little bit later on. But some very clean flavors here, and the chicken is still tender, and you've got the leek with the crunchiness still
Yeah.
there, and the actual cheese with the actual short crust pastry actually works.
Works, yeah.
It's not too heavy,
Yeah.
and I have to
You
admit,
don't
I'm
use
going to
it?
admit it today.
Pasta and pastry.
The pasta and the pastry. Yeah, I can take a whole bowl of this, and
Comfort food, like she said. It's really, really tasty.
I just need to be left alone right now, TK. Thank you.
Go ahead. So that's it. Comfort food for you, straight from the mouth of Stephanie, who's a food technologist. This is really beautiful. It's a very nice time we've spent together. Thank you for having. Go ahead.
Thank you for having me.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
You know?
I'll continue.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm going to have a taste later when we're done. That's why I'm still holding my fork. Keep those mails coming. Heavens.kitchen at loveworldtv.co.uk. Thank you so much for all your feedbacks. It's really been wonderful. Like I said, if you want the recipe of today's, recipe or any other previous recipes we've had, or if you have another recipe that you want that's original and you want us to bring on this show, write us a mail on the address showing below your screen. Give us a call on the number on the screen, and then we'll get this together and we'll get you on here, coming to teaching the whole world what you alone know, bringing it to the tables of other families. Thank you so much for being with us. I hope you're going to be here next week, this same time, on this same episode. Until then, always remember, you are what you eat.